In my last video, I saw amazing petroglyphs at a gorgeous sunset. Okay, it is the next morning, and I did come over to the petroglyph site again. And one of the signs reminded me that the actual petroglyphs should not be considered graffiti. A lot of natives would record their visions and dreams, coming of age stuff, unlike the more modern graffiti you see. So I stopped at another Arizona parking area, no services. This one does have a couple of picnic tables and just some mostly truck parking, obviously. And I just passed through some of the most beautiful desert. The Sonoran Desert is very much different than the Mojave. And there are saguaros everywhere and all kinds of plants, bushes, things that are green. I don't know exactly what they are. The monsoon season must have been pretty decent because it's actually surprisingly green. This area maybe not as green as some of the places I passed through, but this was a place I could actually legally stop off the interstate. So I'm going to turn the camera around. And just some really beautiful mountains and desert. There's the picnic structure. My van over in the distance, trucks passing on the interstate, and a truck parked. And sadly, the truckers just have thrashed it, leaving behind their old oil bottles and tire. And there's trash everywhere. Here's some of it. Maybe not just truckers, just people in general. My brother was a trucker. I love truckers. My brother died on the road, so I am not meaning to malign truckers in any way. But honestly, anybody who leaves trash and garbage like this, it's just wrong. I saw this beautiful mountain from a distance. It looks different from different angles. It turns out it's Picacho Peak. Ah, that scared me. Not to be confused with Pikachu. Okay, I'm parked in the visitor center right in front of the fee gate. Do I want to go in? Yeah, and there's the visitor center. Obviously, I'm going to be shooting into the sun again. Can't help that because I'm going to zoom in and check it out. Even up on those peaks, there's some saguaros. I know this is kind of crappy of me. I don't want to pay to go in because I think a state park should be savored over if you're going to pay to get in, you might as well spend hours there. It's starting to warm up. It's going to be in the high 70s, which is not hot, but I've got a ways to drive, and I don't think I'd be able to see enough and do justice to the park. So I just pulled off the road, off the interstate at this exit. I think it was Dragoon exit, because we climbed up a hill and it said entering Texas Canyon, and the scenery just became beautiful with boulders everywhere. So I got off and parked on this little pullout. The best of the views you can't see from here. There is a rest area a mile up the road. I hope there's more views there, but I will take some scenery here. Okay, so it looks like Dragoon has some interesting stuff. There's an Amarind Museum and Lozan Art Gallery. So I'm a couple of miles away from a rest area, and then there's a roadside attraction called The Thing, with all kinds of billboards have been passing for the last 20, 30 miles. I don't know if my parents ever stopped there when I was a kid, or if I just read about this on some website devoted to hokey roadside attractions. I doubt that I'll stop. I'm going to look it up online when I get to the rest area and see. They're trying to make it sound like a cross between aliens and dinosaurs, but literally it's just one of those roadside tourist traps. I don't know how old this one is, but it's the kind of thing you used to see in the 60s, 70s, 80s when you were taking cross-country road trips. So we'll see. Yeah, so this is going to be one of the most effing fantastic rest areas in the United States. It's freaking spectacular scenery. Ooh, there's my little van. So I'm on my way to City of Rocks, and I imagine this is kind of what it's going to be like. So I think this is the back of the quote-unquote museum that the thing is housed in. They talked online about a dusty old shed that the corporate owners decided to convert to a museum to get more, bang for their buck. And it's next to the DQ. I'm not sure if it's owned by DQ, honestly. Yes. Sorry. The Thing. All new museum. Used to be something like $2, and then they built this museum, added more junk to it, built a fake story about linking aliens to everything from the extinction of the dinosaurs to the Civil War and other shit, apparently. So they could charge $5 a person or $10 a family. Alright, I love me some alien lore. I love Rachel, Nevada. I adored Roswell, the International UFO Museum. My daughter and I really enjoyed our visit there. I love The X-Files almost more than anything. It's one of my favorite all-time TV shows. I cannot bring myself to go into the Thing Museum. It's only $5, but honestly, it just sounds like a little quirky little behind the Dairy Queen shed roadside attraction turned into a corporate money grab. No thanks. Okay, I am 26 miles from New Mexico, and I may not have succumbed to the Thing, but there were signs for Dwayne's Fresh Jerky, which I don't want fresh jerky, but they also advertise pecan pie. And they have some food trucks. At least one of them's running. Vending machine that actually vends jerky and pistachios, pepitas, chili, lemon, peanuts and stuff. And there's some cute artwork. So I'm gonna go in and check out the pie. I am not going to read that out loud. I may need new glasses because I thought that said something else. I said it said don't ever blank in your pie hole, but it says don't ever shut your pie hole. That makes a lot more sense. Not quite as obscene as I thought it was. And no, I don't need new glasses. My eyesight's fine. It's just that the words were down towards the bottom of the thing and I didn't quite see the U correctly. I can see it clearly now. Oh my God, I took a bite and that is incredible. I don't know if it's as good as Esther's amazing pecan pie. My mother makes some pretty amazing pecan pie. It is pretty darn good and pretty sweet. So I just took a bite and I'm going to save it for later. Don't want to go into sugar shock while I'm driving. Thanks for coming along with me on my drive through the middle of nowhere, Arizona. on I-8. I hope you found it as beautiful as I did. And if you're so inclined, please like, subscribe, comment, and share my video. If not, that's fine too. And I will see you in my next one.